Welcome to Healthy Lifestyle with Lorianne. I am Lorianne Casdia. I hope you are having a great day. Our goal here, as you know, on Healthy Lifestyle with Lorianne is to inspire, educate, and empower you to fulfill a healthy, emotional, spiritual, and physical life so you too can feel empowered to live the life you have always wanted and dreamed. So today on our show, we have our friend Erin Tortora. She's been on here before. She really has a really beautiful story about weight loss and about more energy and about changing her lifestyle. And, you know, that's right in a sweet spot for me. So welcome to the show, Erin, and thank you so much for coming back.
Thank you for having me.
That's my pleasure. So let's just dive right into the deep end about this conversation. I know you lost weight, and you'll tell them in a second, but how did you come about? Tell your story. How did you come about finding a product that helped you and is working for you? Tell us your story.
So I yo-yo dieted my whole life. I started Weight Watchers when I was 11 years old, and I've just been on every diet known to man since then. I would lose 10 pounds and gain 20.
Sure.
I would lose 20 pounds and gain 30. And 20 was really the most I've ever really lost on any particular diet. But for years and years and years, it just went up, down, up, down, up,
And there's
down.
a lot of sacrifice in those diets. Like you have to give up everything that you love. And that's probably why we don't stay on for a long time, right?
That is exactly why I didn't stick to any of them.
Yeah. It's like
They were too strict. They didn't fit into my lifestyle, and I didn't enjoy them.
Yep. And so, okay. So what happened? So you're bouncing back and forth.
Yep. So about 2 years ago, I found this product. A friend of mine was taking it. She was doing very well. She had lost about 45 pounds. I was watching her for a while. And I said to myself, all right, she was a single mom of 4 boys. And I thought, she could do this. Let me give this a try, I had tried everything else. I knew her for years. So I trusted her. And I thought, okay, let me try that. And it worked for me. It was amazing. As soon as I started taking it, I felt the energy. So before I started the product, I have Hashimoto's thyroid.
Oh my.
I was exhausted all the time. When you have Hashimoto's, it's just one of those things. It's an autoimmune disease and just makes you very, very tired and overweight and very difficult to lose weight.
Right.
So I was struggling with that. I was drinking 8 to 10 cups of coffee a day.
Oh my.
And then after that, I would drink Diet Coke and Diet Snapple because I would just caffeinate myself all day long because I had nothing else.
Right.
I just had nothing else to give myself energy. I just felt exhausted all the time. I also had pre-diabetes. I had high cholesterol. I slept with a sleep apnea machine, and I was 60 pounds overweight.
Oh my goodness. And now how many pounds have you lost on it?
57 pounds.
And how long have you been on it?
Now it's been about 2 years, but it took me about 10 months to lose the 57 pounds. And I've kept that off for just about a year and a half now.
And I know you have a website, Fast Track to Weight Loss, and also Fast Track to Wellness. Same site.
Yeah.
And I love that you talk about wellness and healthy, because not only are you losing weight, but you get energy and some other side effects happen, which are very positive. Like you said, you had the Hashimoto's. That helped you with the sleeping. That helped you with not being so tired anymore. Yeah. Is it caffeine that's in the product?
There's a very small amount of organic caffeine. All our products are organic, non-GMO, gluten-free, soy-free, dairy-free, vegan, and kosher. And you might not live a vegan lifestyle or necessarily need to be dairy-free, but that just means there's no junk in the products that are going to harm you. Right? It's plant-based and organic and very good for you. And that was important to me. So I was looking for something like that.
And you found it.
Yeah.
You found it. And so when do we know why it helps you with your energy? Because I noticed that there's a big difference. There's a lot more energy. You are, for someone who has Hashimoto's, I would never have known it, because you have more energy than like the energetic bunny.
Yep.
So you are just full of energy, and you're very inspiring because you really set yourself on a goal and you go after it. That I really appreciate that in you, is that you find out what the situation is, like this yo-yo dieting. You made a decision. I think you said when you were 50 that's it. I have to find a solution or else. And so you made that decision. You found something to fix it, and you did by losing 57 pounds. That's amazing.
It's been amazing. Pounds. It's been amazing. Yeah. I'm wearing clothes I haven't worn in 20 and 30 years. Shopping now is so much fun. It's
Not
just
that you don't
amazing.
like shopping, because you love shopping like I do. So.
I love shopping,
Yeah.
yes, but for many, many years, shopping
That's
for
your
clothes
sport,
for myself,
isn't it?
100%.
Yeah.
Except for many, many years when I was overweight, shopping for myself was not fun.
Yeah. Well, another little secret that I'd like to share about you is you also own a store, which I find absolutely hysterical because it's at the other end of the spectrum. So where's your store?
I own Sundays. It's an ice cream shop in Port Jeff Station.
Ice cream shop. Yeah. Ice cream shop with like the best, what is it? Cookie dough?
You love the edible cookie dough.
Oh my gosh, it's so good. So good. And then you have all these different toppings and stuff like that. How do you find yourself around that kind of product and not be gaining weight, be showing that you continue to keep the weight off? And that's, how long have you continued to keep the weight off? Because
About a year and a half now.
Yeah. Yeah.
So prior to taking this product, I wasn't staying away from any of that. I would eat an ice cream sundae for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. So that was not good. That was definitely not helping my diet. But
Well, it's not a good diet, but it was probably yummy while you were having it.
Oh yeah, well, of course. Fun stuff, but wasn't exactly the goal I was looking for.
Yeah.
So now that I take the product, I stay away from most of it. Not that I don't eat a little here and there. Of course I do. It's hard to be there and not tempted, but I eat way, way, way less than I did before.
Sure. Because you don't have that desire anymore, right?
Yep. It just kind of cuts down your cravings for junk.
Yeah.
So, and it cuts down your appetite. So I have a much less appetite, much less cravings for junk food.
And there's a feeling difference. You feel different when you eat that kind of food. When you eat junk food, you get lethargic. You feel different. You get tired. You don't really want to do anything. It sometimes you get an upset stomach. You just feel bloated.
Mm-hmm.
And then when you do something like this, you're not feeling that way. And I find that it's craving salads. I crave vegetables, believe it or not, while I'm taking this product. And I crave the salads. I crave good food. I really don't want to have the sweet. And when I do, it doesn't taste right.
Right. Yep.
Right?
Yep.
That to me is amazing, is how our whole system changes.
Yep. So it's just a synergistic blend of antioxidants, but it just puts your body in homeostasis and makes it function better.
Yeah.
And not desire that junk food.
So what is the product?
So the product is called Fit.
It's called Fit?
It's called Fit.
Fit Team, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And it's just amazing. It's just an amazing product.
And it's a little packet, like I call it my astronaut packet.
Yep. Little packet of pink powder, you add it to water, you drink it twice a day, so simple. And as you know, we have the suggested diet. And you can choose to follow the diet, or you can just choose to take the product. Some people follow the diet. Some people follow their own diet if they already like a diet that they're on and they just need a boost and just want a little extra increase in the metabolism and decrease in the appetite. So the diet doesn't matter, but we have one in case you don't have one.
So
you want to try it.
Yeah. And you and I like to go out to dinner, and I like to eat what I like to eat.
Yep.
And one of the things I noticed on this is that you can still eat what you want to eat within reason, right? So you're not having an ice cream sundae every day or every meal, but you also go out eating.
Yep.
You eat healthier. Talk about that, about how does your life change? Because that's one of the things that the diets are so restricting. I have to measure my food. None of that. What that makes me do is go off the diet.
Yes.
When I have to weigh my food, measure my food, count calories,
count points.
Yeah,
cut out all carbs.
That includes math, and I don't do math,
Nope.
so there's none of that.
Yep.
Yeah, you have to cut out carbs. You have to cut out stuff you eat. I was on a keto diet, and I wasn't allowed to eat any vegetable that wasn't green. And I was like, but I like carrots. And then I wasn't allowed to eat any fruits. And I was like, but it's good sugar. It's natural sugar.
Yep.
So in my head, I couldn't understand it. And I happened to be doing it during the summer, which is when you want your fruits the most.
Of course, that's when they're good.
I couldn't have strawberries. I couldn't have grapes. I couldn't have watermelon. I couldn't have cantaloupe. It was driving me insane. And finally I was like, no, I'm out. And so with this one,
so we are
what do you
about
do?
healthy eating, not about cutting anything out. So you can literally eat anything that you want to eat. You're just going to eat less of it because the product is going to help you do that. We are certainly not going to tell you not to eat a raspberry or a strawberry. Blueberries, those are all good for you. Of course, you should be eating those things.
Antioxidants are in that.
Right. That's all healthy. Your body wants that. It's all plant-based. So, of course, you should be eating those things. And the product just helps you eat everything in moderation. It's going to decrease your appetite enough that you're not going to overeat anything. So I used to eat 3 slices of pizza. Of course, I love pizza. We live on Long Island. The pizza's really good here.
Outstanding.
So who doesn't want to eat the
Best
pizza?
in the world.
Right,
Just saying.
I don't know too many people who don't eat pizza. So
it's not a good product for you, though. It's a terrible food to eat.
well, when I was
For
60
you.
pounds overweight, I was eating 3 slices of pizza, even though, of course, I knew I shouldn't be having 3. But there I was going for that 3rd slice of pizza. And now I still eat pizza, but I'll have 1 slice of pizza.
Yeah.
And I might have a little salad when my family might be having their 2nd and 3rd slice of pizza. But I am no longer eating 3 slices of pizza. I'm eating 1.
It's choices.
But I love the fact that I can still eat pizza.
Yeah.
So I'm not giving things up.
Yeah.
I'm just eating less.
And I noticed on WW Weight Watchers, I noticed on there that they changed their point system and they changed the whole thing so you don't have to give it up, but you're still counting points. And for me, that doesn't work for me. Some people it works really, really great, and for that, it's wonderful. So every different plan is good for different people. That's not good for me. I want something that I could just do and helps me make better choices, because it's about making good choices, eating choices. So I do find that on the product, I make better choices when I go out to eat. Like for you, I eat a slice and then I enjoy my salad. I miss my salad if I don't have it. Whereas before, like you, I would get all the toppings on it. I would do, and eat multiple slices, and then I would feel icky afterwards because our flour isn't the best in the United States. So I actually import flour in from Italy now if I want to make pizza at home. So that flour digests differently. There's no gluten response to it because it only has 14 chromosomes, where our flour has been cut so many times for drought resistance and some other things to make it cheaper to keep, and we can make more of it. It now has 42 chromosomes. Natural flour has 14. Ours has 42, to the point where
I did not know that.
Yeah, to the point where Europe will not take our flour. Only third world countries take our flour. So think about that. Think about that when you're making choices. There's a huge difference between the flours. And over in Europe, there's rules for like cosmetics. There's 1,300 products in cosmetics that they will not allow over there. There's 34 here.
I know.
So
that's crazy.
so when you're looking at natural products, you have to be careful, because FDA allows people to call it natural if it has 5% or more. But you can have a minimum of 5% of natural products in it, and you can still call it natural. This
That's
product
crazy.
that you have is plant-based. It is natural. It is
But it's USDA organic. So
USDA
for that,
organic.
there's
And there's
completely different standards.
There's different standards for USDA organic, there is different European standards for organic as well. So when you're looking at your products, please look for these things. Please educate. Please read labels. But this is amazing because it tastes good. Wasn't that the first question I had for you?
Yep.
It's like, how does it taste?
Yep.
Because I'm not taking
most of these things taste terrible.
Yeah, because they have that after saccharin taste, and you don't have saccharin in yours.
No.
So it doesn't have that yucky aftertaste.
No, it's just a berry drink.
Yeah.
And it's a light, nice berry drink. I enjoy it. I drink it.
I actually do too, to the point where we're like putting it in our water all the time. And even though we drink our regular, we add it to the water and just keep having it throughout the day.
Yeah.
So it's our version of coffee now, because I do get migraines. I get familiar migraines. It was passed down by generation, and it's just every season change I get migraines. Since I've been taking the product 2 seasons through, nothing. No migraine. So it really does work
really
with that.
is amazing.
What are the other things that people could potentially see? And again, we're not medical doctors. We're not making any medical claims. We're not making any promises, but we have stories. So tell us some of the stories.
Right. So I have some customers.
Some of them are great.
Some of them are amazing. So I have some customers who have gotten off the diabetic medication because the product helps you stabilize your blood glucose levels. So I have some customers who've gotten
Are you
off
from New York? Because you talk really fast.
Yes. Sorry. Should I slow down a little bit?
A little bit.
So I have some customers who've been able to get off insulin, be able to get off metformin and whatever diabetic medication they might be on.
Right.
I have some that have lowered their cholesterol, lowered their blood pressure, gotten off of a lot of those kind of medications. Definitely migraines. I've had quite a few people get off migraine medication. So it's been amazing to see people switch from pharmaceuticals to a natural product that makes them feel better, that gives them the energy, because they get all the other benefits as well. So you might stop having migraines, but you'll also feel the energy, but you'll also feel it also helps you with mental clarity. For some people, it helps with anxiety and depression if that's something they struggle with. That's not something I struggled with. And I didn't struggle with migraines either. So I didn't have those benefits. But I did struggle with the energy, and I definitely struggled with the weight loss. So for me, it was hugely about the energy, the weight loss, and the sleep. Wasn't sleeping very well, and I certainly wasn't sleeping well with that sleep apnea machine. But it has been amazing to watch other people have such amazing results. A girl called me the other day. She just started maybe 3 weeks ago, and she was in tears the other morning calling me. She lives in Virginia. I've never met her. She found me online, and she's purchased the product through the website. And her name is Samantha, and she's been amazing. And she called me the other day in tears and said, "Erin, I don't even know what's in this stuff. I have never felt like this in my life." A year ago, she tried to take her life.
Oh my gosh.
She said, you know what I was like a year ago. I told you that the first time I spoke to you. She said, "I cannot believe how I feel today taking this product after only a few weeks."
Yeah. Yeah.
The mental clarity, she started writing a book. She said, "I'm going to start writing." She said, "The mental clarity and what's coming through to me right now after taking this product has been amazing. I started putting all of my words down on paper, and we're going to write this book that it's been in my head for so long." And the energy and how she felt. And she's lost a few pounds, but it was more about how good she felt and the energy and the mental clarity.
Well, you have clients, and that's a beautiful story. Thank you for sharing that. But you have clients who take it not for weight loss. They take it for the energy, or they take it because it makes them feel better. And there was an opportunity to potentially get off of high blood pressure medication and things like that. Yeah. So I was watching, we were at an event together, and I was watching these girls come up and talk to you. And I was thinking to myself, oh my God, they're so skinny. What are they doing? And it wasn't about that. It was about all the other effects that you receive from it. So one of them had Hashimoto's. And so, I'm loving to know, how is that working out for them? And is it working? And is it helping them? And it seems to be. The important thing is, and we forget this, eating is really, we make it social, but it's also about healthy. It's about fueling our bodies, fueling our minds. So if we're eating all these carbohydrates, all these manipulated products and the vegetables that are gassed so it looks pretty, but they don't taste right. You ever had a tomato recently from a farm versus from maybe the grocery store? Not that the grocery stores aren't good, but have you ever had the difference and all of a sudden you taste the tomato again?
Oh, yes.
Yeah,
definitely.
It's amazing. I went to this restaurant, Blue Hill, upstate. My son happens to work there for my birthday. Anthony took me, and they brought us into the kitchen. It was great because Anthony is a chef. So he was in the kitchen. He was like, his eyes were so big. And they brought out this tray with spinach from the store, a piece of spinach from the indoor greenhouse, and a piece of spinach from outside from the farm. And you looked at them, and they got greener progressively from the store to the farm, from right off of the farm. And then when you tasted them, believe it or not, have you ever had spinach from the store and you eat the stems and it's like yuck, yuck, yuck?
Yeah.
But when you ate the one from the greenhouse or from the farm, the stems were sweet. And they said, eat it from the stem first. And I was like, okay, that's weird. But then when I tried it, I'm like, oh my God, it's sweet. They were sweeter. It had more flavor. It was just, you could see it was a lot more livelier because it hadn't been packaged and it hadn't been gone through a whole bunch of processing. So that immediately tells me, look at the processing that all our food is coming from. And then another friend of mine who came on the show a couple of years ago had said something that has stuck since. He said, when you go into the grocery store, you should shop the outskirts only.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Shop the outskirts, because everything on the inside is ultra uber processed. Everything on the outside is more on the natural side. So that's your produce section. That's your dairy section if you eat dairy.
Yeah. Anything
your
that's
meats.
in a box. In the middle aisles, it's just in a box or a container. And the outside, it's in the natural form. 100%.
Yeah.
Always.
Yeah. I hadn't heard that. And I was like, really? And then when I started paying, and it's about paying attention. It's about paying attention to labels. It's about paying attention to what you're eating. It's about paying attention to your choices. I mean, I went out to dinner and 2 days ago, and I really wanted to have the fettuccine, but then I was like, you know what? Let me just go with the fish. And I did, and I felt better about it. And I knew the fettuccine was going to make me like crash big times. After I ate it, I would have enjoyed it during it, but afterwards, not so much.
Afterwards, you don't feel good. Yeah. It's lying in your stomach like a
lead balloon kind of thing.
Yep.
Yeah. So not that I've ever had a lead balloon in my stomach, because that's just, I always wondered about that expression. You're listening to Healthy Lifestyle with Lorianne. We're going to take a short break. We're not going to talk about lead balloons when we come back, but we are going to talk about more products that you offer, Erin, and more recommendations that you make to people about how to make those better healthy choices like you do, because your skin is glowing, your hair is beautiful, you lost all that weight, you have all this energy, and you exhaust me because you have so much energy. We're going to take a short break. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Healthy Lifestyle. I am Lorianne Casdia. Thank you again for joining us today. And if you ever wanted to be on Healthy Lifestyle with Lorianne, just email us at healthylifestyle@gmail.com. Or if you want to just send your comments in or questions, we love to hear from everybody. And we'd love to have you on the show too. If you have something to share, or you do something that's special, unique, and you want to get your message out, we'd love to do that here on Healthy Lifestyle. So we're speaking to the great, wonderful, fantastic, and beautiful Erin Tortora. And we're talking about fit. We're talking about being fit. We're talking about a product named Fit, and we're talking about healthy choices. So you decided to go on Fit. You started the product. Did you follow the diet, or did you?
Yes, absolutely. So we have a suggested diet that goes along with the product.
Is it restrictive?
I find it very easy.
Yeah.
It's very simple.
Easy and simple is good.
It's easy and simple. And so it's 5 kind of small meals throughout the day.
Sure.
I won't get into the whole diet, but my favorite part of it was there was a cheat meal. And I love that because me and my husband love to eat out. And definitely at least once a week, usually more than once a week, but for sure once a week. On Saturday nights, typically, we like to go out to dinner, and I want to eat what I want to eat. I want to be able to have some cocktails. I want to be able to have dessert or an appetizer if I want to. So once a week from the day I started, I followed the diet pretty strictly during the week so that I could get that reward meal on Saturday nights and eat what I wanted to. And that worked. That worked to my lifestyle.
I don't call it a cheat day. I call it my choice day. Because I'm not really cheating. I'm making a choice to eat what I want because I'm rewarding myself. You can also call it a reward day.
I call it my reward meal.
Reward meal, yeah. Because, we're doing all the right things during the week. And that's something that's a real fun thing to do, to try it. Try it for 21 days, where during the week, you eat as healthy as you possibly can, giving yourself the opportunity to do whatever you want on Saturday. So, and then you get back in on Sunday.
Yep.
And that's something that I like to have as a reward, rewarding yourself for doing good things. And you did that for 10 months and lost 57 pounds. It's just totally amazing. Yeah. Now you have other products too, right?
Yeah, absolutely. So we have a lean protein powder and you can replace a meal with that. So that's a plant-based protein powder. Also organic, non-GMO, gluten-free, soy-free, dairy-free, and all that fun stuff. We have tons and tons of recipes that you can make the lean protein powder with. So whenever anybody gets started with me, I send them the diet, I send them all the recipes, I set them up for success. And of course, I'm their coach, so I'm there to help them along the way with anything that they may need. So that's our protein powder. We have another product.
I know our friend Christian loves it.
He loves it.
He loves it. Like he was like just ecstatic over it. And he was always looking for a good tasting product. And that's one of the things that stuck out. He says, it tastes really good.
Yep.
Because some of the other stuff is not so good. But also, look at the label, read the label. There's a lot of stuff in it you can't pronounce. If you can't pronounce it, you shouldn't be eating it.
Yep. My 16-year-old twins drink that most mornings.
Oh, they're adorable.
And my husband drinks that. So believe me, if it wasn't good, they would not be having it. They would not, especially the 16-year-olds.
I love the hydrate.
Yep. Hydrate is just a product, it's an electrolyte product to hydrate your cells and just replaces some of the crappy drinks you might be drinking throughout the day as
Better
well.
than an energy drink. And it's really, really good for runners, good for people who are weightlifting, good for people who do a lot of the gym work.
Yep.
People who are doing marathons. I know a couple of my friends now do marathons and they're on the product and they use the hydrate like that's all they want. They just want the hydrate. So that's a great product. And there's one more product, right?
Immune. And immune is just to build your immune system. And it's also for gut health. So if you struggle with anything like acid reflux, I also had that. I forgot to mention.
Oh my gosh, I had acid reflux.
Yeah.
That helps with that?
Acid reflux, gastritis. And IBS. A lot of people struggle with any kind of IBS issue.
And all that goes back to not eating good.
Yep.
Not eating well.
Yep. So our immune product is because it's a probiotic and a prebiotic, also with other antioxidants and different synergistic things mixed in there. So it works together.
Ooh, synergistic. That's an SAT word.
Yes.
All those products in there are working systematically.
They kind of work together to just make you healthier.
Yeah.
That's where the wellness comes in.
Yeah.
So it's not just about weight loss. It's also about making you feel better. It's about making you live your life to the highest quality that you can.
You know what it makes me, I find that makes me do is I drink more water now. Mm-hmm. I find myself like craving water. So I'm drinking more water. I'm drinking like liters at a time. If you can see on Facebook, I'm drinking these, at least 2 of these a day.
Yeah.
And we're supposed to drink about 80 ounces of water a day. So I'm lucky. I got these 2. Before I was lucky I got 1 of those little bottles of water. Because I wasn't a great water drinker, but now it makes you really want to hydrate. And I know that's one of the tips you give. I love following you on Facebook because your tips are great. I love your Facebook Lives. I think they're fantastic. And how can they find you? At Erin Tortora?
Yep.
Yeah.
Erin Tortora on Facebook, on Instagram. You can always call me. My cell is 631-974-3785.
But not after 9 p.m.
Yes. Please don't call me at 2 a.m. I won't like that. But yeah, feel free. Or you can go to Fast Track. It's the number 2. It's fasttrack2weightloss.com.
Right.
Or fasttrack2wellness.com and book a phone call with me.
Yeah.
That way you can book a time that you want to have free to chat.
I love the time that you spent too. When we first met, you spent the time, and you always spend time whenever we talk since, but you spent the time to really explain to me what it was, and you made it so simple. It's not rocket scientry, right? You don't have to be a rocket scientist. It's a piece of cake. You make it like follow the diet, don't follow the diet, up to you. Take the product, see how you feel. If you feel better, then that's great. If you lose weight, if that's your goal, that's great. You're so chill about the whole thing. Why? Why are you just so relaxed about it?
I guess because all the other diets in my life were so strict.
Yeah.
And so you have to follow this. You can't eat 3 more grams of carbs. You have to count these exact points. When I was on Weight Watchers, I would want to go to bed when my points were over. Like, you have to count these. I have no more points. It's time to go to bed. It's only 5 o'clock. That was my life before on so many diets. I felt like that. And when I found this, I felt like, oh my God, this is like so easy. It fits into anybody's life. Anybody can do this.
Yeah.
And it's just a matter of being consistent and drinking the drink, and your body's just kind of going to let you know how to do the rest of it.
Yeah.
It's just going to naturally decrease your appetite. It's going to decrease your cravings, and it's going to make it easier to kind of follow the suggested diet. But I have some people who don't follow the suggested diet at all, and they still lose weight.
Yeah.
So that's completely up to you. But I work with everyone to figure that out.
Yeah. Yeah. I just find that, 2 things that I think are real important to point out, and I don't know if you always do, which is you need to drink it right away, like within 20 minutes, right?
Mm-hmm, yeah.
So, and you have to do it twice a day. Mm-hmm. So I was doing it wrong, but not really wrong. But I wasn't getting the effects, the ultimate effects or the maximum effects on a daily basis because I was drinking it once in the morning. I was like, okay, 1 and done. And you were like, no, do 2. And I was like, okay. And then I was like, yeah, I'm drinking it throughout the day. And you're like, no, drink it within 20 minutes. I was like, okay, I got this.
And that's why I talk to people, because it's very important. You can't just like order a product online and then hope you're going to figure it out. You need somebody like me who's going to coach you through that process. Yes. And that you once you purchase a product from me, you have my cell phone number. You can call or text me at any time, and I'm here to help. and guide people. And I find that it's very important to be checking in, like calling you and checking in.
Oh my gosh, you did.
What are you doing? And
you're like my personal cheerleader. I love it.
Yes. And everybody needs that.
Yes.
And I was on so many diets that didn't exist. There was no person that was going to call you and check on you, or that you could call at home at any time and say, hey, I have a quick question about my diet or the product or how I'm doing it. And I find that no matter how many, I can talk to people 2, 3, 4 times, send them an email, write exactly out how they're supposed to do it. And they're still confused, and they still need me to hold their hand and say, no, what do you mean you've been taking it for a week or two and you're only taking it once a day like you are? No, you need to take it twice a day. So people need that. Yeah. People need that support.
Well, because it doesn't tell you, and well, to be honest with you, didn't read it, just dumped it into the glass. That's all I did. So, so if the package says it, and probably does, I didn't even pay attention to it. But yeah, people do need someone to coach, and having you there makes me more successful because you're also an accountability partner.
Yep.
And that's what everybody needs, an accountability partner. It's like going to the gym with a friend of yours and, knowing when you're getting up and you don't want to go, but you have to because that friend is counting on you being there, and vice versa. So we're both playing this like personal mind game with ourselves, saying, all right, I have to be there because Erin's going to be there. So I have to take the product because I know Erin's going to call. She's going to follow up just to check in on me. And our success rate is up to us. So at the end of the day, even though you're following up, as an accountability partner, you're always very encouraging. It's like, okay, start again tomorrow. Okay, so you always have encouraging things to say. And plus, you're a really good resource for shopping. I'm just saying, if you ever need shopping ideas, use that phone number, call up Erin. She's amazing. So you really do have a lot of tricks with that too. So I look at that as a double bonus.
Yep. And I will tell you that my clients help me because I've never lost this amount of weight. And I've never kept it off this long.
And why do you keep it off?
And they inspire me.
Yeah.
Because as much as I found out I love coaching other people and I love helping other people. Yeah. And now if I see my scale edge up a little, I go, oh, no. All these people are counting on me. And I feel like I can't let them down. Because clearly on all the other diets, I didn't care if I let myself down.
Yeah.
But when it was just for me, I gained the weight back and it was no big deal. I didn't even stopped getting on the scale to even see what that number was.
Right.
And now I make sure that I keep on track because I'm helping all these other people, and it's so important to me.
And that's a good point. So if you can't do it for yourself, which you should be doing it for yourself and nobody else, but if you can't do it for yourself, don't let your coach down. Don't let Erin down. And that to me is real important. And you do it with a smile. It's great. Mm-hmm. But that's really true. You walk the walk and talk the talk. So, and you understand. You've been there. You've done that. You've had the weight on. You've lost the weight. You've taken the diets. You've done all the yo-yo diets, and you're getting results. And that's something that I think is so inspiring, is you're getting results. You're keeping the weight off now for, gosh, a year and a half. You kept all that weight off, and, feeling great, doing other things and encouraging other people. Tell us about, you don't have to use her name, but tell us about one of your clients who is, she's in one of your clubs. What's the club called, and how much weight did they lose?
I guess you're talking about Pamela?
The 50-pound club?
Okay.
And the 100-pound club?
Yep. So we have a 50-pound club in this company, and so many people have hit that goal.
Can you imagine? Just imagine. I'm just talking to you, to the listeners. Can you imagine that people on this weight loss product is real? They're really hitting and really losing this. This is not a marketing gig. These are real everyday people. These are your neighbors and your friends doing this.
Yep. Right? And people that I don't know from Facebook and Instagram and all over the world.
So tell us about Pamela.
So Pamela hit her 100-pound club.
Woo!
She started back in July, just this past summer.
She lost 100 pounds since July.
123 pounds.
Oh my goodness! God bless her.
She had 123 pounds since July. Her goal is to lose 200 pounds.
Okay.
She had a lot to lose when she started. She was thinking about having the bypass surgery, and she was very, very depressed. She's a mom of 2 kids. One of her children have autism. And so she was very, very much struggling, very, very depressed when we started talking to her. And she couldn't get off the couch. She was on the couch all day. Doesn't work. She's a stay-at-home mom. So her 2 kids would go to school, and she would sleep on the couch all day long. And then the kids would get home from school, and she would just pop the TV on for them, and they would want to go to the park and go out and play. And she had no energy to do that, and she was so depressed because of it.
Sure.
I did not know her prior. She was not one of my friends or family. And the first time I did a phone call with her, she reached out and said, all right, let me hear about this weight loss product that you're doing. And I explained it all to her. And she said, I don't know if I really want to follow your suggested diet. I don't like the word diet. I feel like that always sets me up for...
I call it weight release. Because if it's a diet or if it's a weight loss, for me, you have to find it. Our brains will look for it because we lost it. So we call it release.
Yeah. So she didn't like the word. So I said, okay, we'll just work with you on, what you're eating, and we'll tweak some things and just take the product. It's going to do what it's supposed to do for you. Just as, like you said earlier, just be consistent. Take it twice a day. I promise it'll work. And it did. And we just kind of cut carbs with her, and not no carbs, just lower carbs. And we just worked with her we would say, all right, what are you eating in a day? And we tweaked this and tweaked that. I would talk to her every 2 or 3 days, really, in the beginning. She was one of those people that really needed a lot of hand-holding, and I'm fine with that. That's what I'm here for.
Right.
That's why everyone has my phone number.
Well, you like it, too.
I like it.
I know. I love that.
I'll talk to you all day long. So she would call me, or she would send me pictures of things she was eating, and I just coached her and helped her out. Me and another girl, Kathy, I work with. Both of us worked with her, and she did amazing. She kept losing weight every week. She was calling us and said, I lost another 5 pounds. I lost 10 pounds. I lost 8 pounds. The numbers just kept coming down, and she felt so good. Yeah. She got off the couch. She's no longer depressed. She has diabetes. She was taking metformin. She got off her metformin. And she's doing amazing.
With doctor guidance.
Of course, with doctor guidance. I don't help anybody get off their diabetes medication without the help of their doctor, of course.
Yeah.
I am.
But with confirmation of that, that's, I've moved off of any pharma. I was on one pharmaceutical, and I moved off of that to a natural product because I don't want to be on any kind of pharmaceutical. It's personal choice.
Yeah.
That's my choice. So you're helping people. It's amazing what you're doing. Do you realize what you're doing? All of the clients that you have, all of the people who come into your life that you touch in such a beautiful, positive way, and you're helping them achieve their vision and dreams and their own vision of themselves, helping their self-esteem, helping them eat properly, educating them on natural, good eating and better choices. You're so good at that. You do it so naturally, and you're really making such a positive impact. So for that, on behalf of other people, I'm so grateful for you. Wow, so grateful for what you do every day. And you do it so selflessly and so naturally because you really do love what you do. And that's such a gift in and of itself. Loving what you do is such a beautiful thing, isn't it?
No, it's amazing. Yeah. It's amazing. I love it.
Not to mention all the trips that you're winning and all the things that you're doing, going on yacht trips and things like that. I love it when you call me up and you say, guess what I achieved now? So you're on this thing called a leaderboard, which is, in your company, which is really great. It's literally about who's in leadership and doing really good things. So that must be a good feeling too. So
I love it.
Look at the side effect of what you did to make your life better, and now sharing that with other people. And that's what you're doing.
That's been amazing. It's been amazing. When Pamela called me to tell me she reached 100 pounds, I was online at BJ's, and I was just having cold cuts cut. And if one of my clients calls me and I can pick up the phone, I always do. So I saw Pamela was calling me. I picked up the phone, and the guy behind the counter was slicing my ham, and she was screaming on the other end, I hit 100 pounds today. I hit 100 pounds today. I was crying. I started tearing up and welling up online in BJ's as the man was slicing my ham, and other customers were online behind me. But it was happy tears, and I could not believe that she was able to accomplish that in such a short time. It's been amazing.
That's amazing. Yeah, we get involved in our clients' successes. So, and the one of the easiest secrets and easiest rules for success is consistency. Yeah. And not only them being consistent, but you're also consistent in outreach to your clients. You're consistent in the message that you deliver, and you're always so positive. I was just like, what is she taking? Oh, wait, I know.
Yes, that definitely helps. Your coaching helps as well.
Oh, well, thank you.
You help me to keep consistent because.
Well, you have really, really grown in your consistency, and in being consistent, you're seeing the outcome. And as soon as you saw that, it became addictive, right?
Yep.
Yeah, that success and consistency became addictive, and that's what we want to see. So I love what you do. What are some parting words you have for our listeners relative to this?
Well, for people who feel overweight and feel like they've tried everything and that they can't succeed, they can, because I've been there and I felt like that. And especially when I was pushing 50 and I felt like, how am I ever going to do this? I haven't been able to do it up until now. How is this going to happen? And I see that with so many of my clients. And then you start taking this product and you feel so good and you keep going and it starts to work. And there is something out there that can help you. And if you want to hear more about that, just reach out to me. Look me up on Facebook. Give me a call.
Yeah, we can find Erin Tortora on YouTube channel. You have a bunch of videos out there. On Facebook, at Erin Tortora. And then, of course, your website is Weight Loss, the number 2. Fast Track, the number 2 to weight loss. Fast Track 2 weight loss and Fast Track 2 wellness. So you'll be able to get in touch with you and they can talk to you directly. And it's not somebody else. You don't have any stand-ins. You talk directly to every single one of your clients.
Yep, absolutely.
And I love it. And we can find you all over. Erin, thank you. It's always a pleasure having you on. Thank you for everything that you do. Really, truly appreciate
Thank you, Lori. Thank you for everything you do.
No worries. Thank you. And thank you, Shannon, for being here. Her sister's been in studio with us the whole entire time, looking beautiful. But she wouldn't come on. I don't know, whatever that's about. But thank you again for joining us today. You are listening to Healthy Lifestyle with Lorianne. As always, I thank you so much for choosing us and spending this time with us. It means so much to all of us. And if we can bring you other things that are interesting to you, just let us know at healthylifestylewithla@gmail.com. We really want to hear from you. If you want to reach out to Erin, again, it's Fast Track the number 2 weight loss or Fast Track the number 2 wellness. And then, of course, if you just Google Erin Tortora, Tortora on YouTube, she also has some YouTube channel up there, and you're going to see her in a lot of places these days. So just look for her. She is killing it. Thank you again for sharing this time with us. I hope and look forward to sharing this time again with you next week. In the meantime, what do we say? What do we say? Play a higher role, serve a higher purpose, show up for you, and what, Bob? Show up big. Have a great day.